Poverty made me bitter. I used to be a very bitter child, and I didn't believe that God really exists. I grew up in a family of 6, and we lived in a small house. The walls were made of mud. So many other days we went without eating food. Could go for 3, 4, 5 days without eating food. And if we had to eat food, it was rotten food from the trash cans that we had to go and pick. Even in my family, I never believed in myself and in my worth. I always believed that I was ugly because nobody ever got to tell me that I was beautiful. Life was not easy, but I grew up to be a strong-willed girl because of life in the slum. At the beginning, we thought that compassion was all about food. Later on, I discovered it was more than food, and this is a place where I received love, I received tender care. I felt accepted, and I was taught how to pray and to read my Bible, and I'm so thankful for my sponsors who believed in me, because one thing they told me is that poverty does not determine your future, it shapes it. But now when I look back, I'm thankful for my story because I'm able to walk in their shoes. And when they talk about going to bed on rumbling stomachs, I know what it meant. If you talk about grieving, I've lost my parents and I don't have parents, and I know what it means. It's not okay to lose a loved one. And so I will not tell them it's okay, but I'll just embrace them and, and want to listen to them and what do they want. The day we were supposed to move in, and God had provided for my mom's surgery, the day we were set to move in, my mom died. And it was hard. It was hard, and every time I would ask God, why death every time something good happens in Rehema House? Why do I get all these disappointments? And then we get our second home, and then my dad passes on again. So I've faced all this pain, all these tribulations. But one thing that keeps me is God is still God. And when I feel like I want to quit because it's not easy, I'm reminded that I have a purpose in this world, and God is with me. He's not left me. His grace is sufficient, and He carries me through all this. Working in Rehema House is not easy, and I've gone through so much pain, but it's so fulfilling that a life that will be aborted, God rescued. That a girl that was in the street who was sleeping on a sugarcane plantation, God gave me the strength in the midst of all this pain to go and rescue and tell this girl that, God is great, even in the midst of our pain. And if the girls are able to see Jesus through me, then I'll do anything that it takes. It is not my story, it's God's story.